Concerns are growing over Iran's increasing uranium stockpiles, which US officials say could be converted to weapons-grade uranium suitable for a nuclear bomb in mere days. This follows years of failed negotiations and inadequate monitoring, with Iran's claims that its enrichment is for peaceful purposes lacking credibility. Enrichment for energy production requires only 5% for conventional nuclear power plants and up to 20% for advanced reactors. Iran's stockpile of 142 kilograms of uranium enriched to 60% is therefore inappropriate for power generation and is only a few steps short of weapons-grade material. The latest report from the UN confirms Iran's ongoing push to increase its stockpiles of highly enriched uranium, which have risen 17% in the last 3 months. This brings Iran's total to 142 kilograms of uranium at 60%, 751 kilograms enriched to 20%, and 6,201 kilograms of enriched uranium in total. According to the International Atomic Energy Agency, around 42 kilograms of 60% enriched uranium is required to make an atomic weapon, meaning Iran currently has enough highly enriched uranium to make 3 bombs. And Iranian officials have implied they now have the capacity to make nuclear weapons, with one stating, "We have increased the level of uranium enrichment from 20% to 60% in just a few days, and it can easily be enriched to 90%. But the deeper problem is that these are just estimates, and nobody really knows how much highly enriched uranium Iran possesses, or the degree of enrichment it's actually achieved. And there is evidence suggesting Iran may already have weapons-grade uranium. In early 2023, inspectors found uranium particles enriched to 83.7% purity at Iran's Fordow nuclear site. Iran attributed these particles to unintended fluctuations. Monitoring of Iranian nuclear sites has also been limited, and at various points non-existent. Access to cameras installed at various sites to confirm Iran's compliance has been sporadic. In 2021, Iran stopped sharing footage in real time, instead storing it for potential future access. In 2023, Iran restored only partial access, leaving significant gaps in monitoring. As a result, there's been no data on Iranian activities at these sites for substantial periods. More worryingly, the situation only reflects sites Iran has confirmed and allowed limited access to. The UN nuclear watchdog has found uranium particles at 3 undeclared sites. International Atomic Energy Agency Director Rafael Grossi has acknowledged there is no way of knowing whether Iran has simply moved centrifuges to other locations to continue enrichment secretly. Grossi also said, "After many months, Iran has not provided the necessary explanation for the presence of nuclear material particles at any of the 3 locations. So the reality is that we don't know the full extent of Iran's uranium enrichment and progress towards a nuclear weapon." UN inspectors report that Iran has continued to stonewall investigations into the particles discovered at undeclared sites, and US Representative Laura Holgate called Iran's level of cooperation unacceptable, arguing that the board must be prepared to take further action should Iran's cooperation not improve dramatically. These concerns were highlighted by the UN nuclear watchdog's resolution this week, calling on Iran to halt its nuclear escalation and allow monitoring of its activities. However, even this appears to have been hard to come by, with reports suggesting that the White House had been urging European allies against confronting Iran. This has been denied by US officials, who insist they're cooperating closely with European partners, and that claims of avoiding conflict in the run-up to the US presidential election are totally false. Regardless of these claims, and whatever measures are taken next, it's clear there's been a significant lapse in the observation and containment of Iran's nuclear ambition in recent years. This is signalled not least by the general state of ignorance surrounding Iran's progress in enrichment. What also seems clear is that unless concrete measures are taken soon, Iran will eventually possess a nuclear weapon, causing dramatic instability in the region and potentially spurring rapid nuclear proliferation.